Hello, this is the All Around Natural Beauty RN channel. Good heavens. And welcome to the All Around Natural Beauty RN channel. Now I have missed it, where I'm passionate about helping victims of all ages and all genders overcome the fear of facing the abuse to become survivors. Because that's what it's all about over here. We've been focusing on being survivors, and we have been focusing under the umbrella of Justice for Shanquella, because we know that if we can just use a burning desire for one focus, that we can unite, and there's strength in numbers. And by getting justice for Shanquella, we will be able to leverage that and get justice for our falling sisters from the past. And thank y'all so much, and for being patient with me too. Let me just tell y'all a quick little story. I haven't been here. I guess it's been a week. I've been really busy, y'all. So I just appreciate y'all's patience with me, and a shout out to everyone who's been sending me different content and different information. So hence is what our show is going to be about tonight. A letter from the attorney, Shanquella's attorney, and we're gonna dive off into that. And for those of you who don't know me, I'm 52 years old and a proud Gen X, and the proud mother also of 3 adult children, 2 XY chromosomes and 1 XX. I have 2 sons and a daughter. And I'm just excited because since this situation, I have been awakened to a lot of things that's been going on. And it's been a very growing situation for me, because I truly believe that whatever doesn't kill you makes you stronger. And if nothing else, this has united us together. It's brought us together, people from all over the world who saw this horrible situation happen and felt some type of compassion. This is shining a light on femicide and the horrible abuse that women worldwide has been suffering. And I'm just grateful that we're finding our voice. We're finding our voice. And also, I have over 30 years of nursing experience, and that's what kind of shined the light on the voice for me over the Shanquella Robinson cases, because I did commentary on the actual attack video, which went viral, and we all saw that and saw that horrible situation. And I was able, along with the help of a lot of other people, not a lot of other people, but one particular person in particular, John Q, who came up and was able to really explain the injuries to where, just regular lay people were able to understand it. So we have been using our voice to demand justice for Shanquella Robinson. It seems like it's been a long road, but I want to say, y'all, I really feel like it's been pretty speedy, especially when we look at past cases. And I know a lot of y'all have brought the attention to the Sweetie Pie, Norman dude from the Sweetie Pie thing, where this dude, y'all see, I told y'all I don't really keep up with all this stuff. So all this, it's awakening for me to head out of the sand as far as like some of the things that's going on in society that I'm learning about. And a lot of times we have been programmed and conditioned to believe and act a certain way to where it keeps us docile, and they can really maneuver and persuade us and really guide how we think. So that's why it's super important that we stay aware of stuff. And that's why I'm very proud to be a Gen Xer, because we Gen X folks were here before the internet. So we know what it's like to use your dictionary to look up words for the definition. We know what it's like, well, some of us anyway, to use the encyclopedia. We was poor, y'all, so we didn't have no encyclopedia, and we didn't have this internet thing where you can just look up stuff on your phone and do all kind of stuff like that. We didn't have it. But the good thing is that we are still here and young enough to be able to get things out of this internet, but still be able to bring the balance to where it's a lot more difficult to fool us. And over here, we stick to math and science, and that's how we've been able to grow our chat with love and respect, because at the end of the day, love wins all. Real love anyway. And so that's what we're doing over here. And so I just thanking y'all for everything. And if you haven't already, please hit the like button on your way in here. One of the things that I am grateful for is that, since this situation happened back October 29th, that, we're still here. However, like I was saying, as far as like the norm thing for the sweetie pie, that took place years ago. So we are seeing, to me, I feel like this is, pretty speedy. So it's super important that we continue to talk about it. And, now we see that all the things that, people were telling us is coming to, hey, look at y'all over here. I got my people in the house. All right. So let's go shout out some folks up in here. What's up, Beverly? Beverly says, hello, my beautiful. Look at me throwing in extra words. Hello, my lovely all around that beauty RN. Boy, I have missed you. We missed you too, Beverly. And, we all been taking little breaks and stuff, but, keeping it hot for Shanquella. That's our new term that we put out there the last couple of lives, because those were some of Shanquella's last words. And, we are just celebrating her life, and also the fact that we are going to get that justice. The last couple of lives, we had news reports from not local news, but national news, ABC News. We heard from Ben Crump, and we heard from Sue Ellen Robinson, the attorney for the Robinson family, no relation. But, so this was giving us more peace of mind, more peace of mind. I know it gave peace of mind for me, and more validation, because, before we were going back and forth with who to trust and all that stuff. So now we got some clarity on that. And I just want to thank everybody for, when one of us is getting tired, weary and well doing, that we tap on the shoulder, wake up, keep it moving, and the encouragement and stuff like that too. It's been a lot of encouraging words and comments from old viewers, new viewers, and all that good stuff. And everybody's still under the same impression as far as like seeking justice for Shanquella Robinson. So shout out to all of my members too. We got Beverly, who's one of my old time members. Appreciate you so much. You said miss you all too. Yes, I know we got the old gang is here in the house, and I'm looking over here for highly favored. We're gonna give a lot of shout outs and thank you, because highly favored is the one that sent me this the letter from the family attorney, and I haven't read it yet, but we're gonna go through it together and come up with some ideas on how we could help, kind of put a little icing on this cake and stuff like that too. I've had a few ideas, and, I'm looking to hear from y'all too. So like, we are a family over here like I said, under the umbrella for Justice for Shanquella, because over here We do not do moments of silence. We do moments of speaking, where we speak out the names of victims and we speak out the names of abusers. Because for so long, for so many years, we victims, and especially we women, since we have been the victims of this world today, have kept the secrets of the abusers and stuff, right? We've been forced to keep these secrets. But I say that that's what keeps us in this victim mentality, is by keeping these secrets. So we speak out over here. We speak the names. We speak out the names. We don't hide the names of abusers. And a lot of you all have made comments about, being in abusive situations and stuff. And that's what we do over here, is we really promote self-love and, escaping from abuse and all that good stuff. So thank you, Holly Favor, for your email. And y'all have to excuse me. I'm, it's been a late start, and I hadn't set my my clock here on my desk, and the time had changed, and I hadn't been at the desk here for a while anyway, so the time got away from me, and I actually thought that I had more time, and so yeah, that's my excuse. So we're gonna get started here with our acts of faith. This here is a book, Daily Meditations, Acts of Faith, by Iyanla Vanzant, and copywritten 1993. And today is the lucky March 15th, right? The magic numbers. March 15th, here we go. Iyanla is your priestess, cultural custodian, spiritual life counselor, and wrote many books to help support and encourage the mental well-being of people of color. All right, so March 15th, says, truth is more than a mental exercise. And that's a quote from Thurgood Marshall. And Iyanla says, the human mind is always searching for truth. The mind guides us through books. It interprets our experience. It limits us based on our exposure. The mind searches to find truth, not realizing that truth was never lost. Unfortunately, truth cannot reveal itself in a mind that is busy with personal chatter. That chatter refers to what you think we need or want, and what you say. Unlike truth, your mental chatter may have nothing to do with what is real. Wow. The only way to find truth is to go deep within the self and to live from that consciousness and understanding. The truth is the reality of who you are from the inside out, and that is something we rarely think about. Truth is the joy of living, of being, of having a connection to everyone and everything without thought or malice or condemnation of any part of you. Truth is the spirit of life. I am living in the light of truth. All right. So that is something that we all should aspire to, is to live in truth and not feel obligated to stay connected with something when you become aware that it's not the truth. And perfect case is when the awareness came to me as far as the article from the Mexican Reporter being fake. There was no hesitation in accepting the truth. So what I'm saying is that don't be dedicated to thoughts or ideas. When evidence of truth is presented to you, go with that. A lot of times people want to stay in denial because it was something that they were brought up knowing. I'm talking about religion too here. Once you become aware of something that's a lie, it's your responsibility to, trust and believe the truth, right? Once the truth is being presented to you. So I think I see y'all over here showing up. Hey y'all, welcome, 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 welcome. So that was our acts of faith. And we'll get started with reading over that letter, but just kind of a recap. I'm just excited because, seems like there a lot of stuff has been taking place. Our prayers that we wanted to hear from the real news, the local news, we said that, and, that took place, started to happen. And also the picture of the community that was up there on that Friday when they went to Washington. I said Washington, to see that, it wasn't just women, that it was a community of men and women there, fighting and demanding justice for Shanquella Robinson. We know that her attorney, Sue Ann, is demanding that we, seek some high-level diplomatic interventions. And one of the things that they were talking about was President Biden. And in fact, some of y'all even was leaving comments on, how Black women got President Biden in the office, and that we could, make a voice to, shut him down for this upcoming election, right? So we see that we have a lot of power, especially if we can unite, right? And that's one of the good things is what we're going to do is stay united, stay focused on getting this justice for Shanquella Robinson, because we really believe that we can leverage that. Once we get that, we just wash, rinse, and repeat, and we just go forth and start getting rights for women, all around. So thank you. Highly Favored says, hello, RN. Hello, everyone. I'll watch replays. Stay focused. God is omnipresent and omnipotent. Okay. All right. All right. Okay. So we see lots of folks up in here. So we're going to get started with, like I said, this here is going to be reading the letter here. I think it's kind of a long letter too. And, this one's from Benjamin Crump. All right. So this here came, like I said, thanking Highly Favored for sending me this here email. And let's see here. We're going to see what we can do on this. And hopefully what I'm hoping is that we're going to be able to trigger some type of move that we can make to, help put more pressure on it. Like Sue Ann said, we got to put the pressure on them. So this here's, it's from Benjamin L. Crump, Esquire. I'm laughing because that the one video 2 lives ago when I was playing that video, I told you I didn't, I'm not keeping up with all this stuff. Don't watch the news and all this stuff. So anyway, I didn't know who Ben Crump was. Right? We had played the video like 3 times before I recognized that it was some writing under the name that Ben Crump. And so yeah, that was my introduction to Ben Crump. And every time I see the name now, I just laugh because I didn't know that I didn't know who he was and all that stuff. I'm learning, y'all. I'm learning. So this here is from Benjamin L. Crump, Esquire, and Sue Ann Robinson, Esquire. These are the attorneys, and it's good to see that we have Black men and women making this voice here. So this is pretty recent, March 13th. Okay, all right. Cool. All right. It says the Honorable Joseph R. Biden. All right. President of the United States, the White House, and their address is 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. All right. So it says, in regards to the death of American citizen Shanquella Robinson in Mexico, dear President Biden and Secretary Blinken, on behalf of the family of Shanquella Robinson, we write to request immediate diplomatic interventions from the United States government in transnational criminal case. The case involved the death of Shanquella Robinson, a 25-year-old ambitious, bright entrepreneur and American citizen. Shanquella traveled to Cabo San Lucas, Mexico on October 28, 2022, and was reported dead in a luxury villa in Cabo on October 29, 2022. Her 6 travel mates returned to the United States the next day. 3 of the 6 travel mates, Winter Donovan, they naming names, y'all. Take note on this. 3 of the travel mates, Winter Donovan, where am I at? Winter Donovan, Kylie Cook, and Dejanay Jackson would transport Shanquella's luggage from Mexico to her mother's home in Charlotte, North Carolina. All right, so those are the 2 girls that Shanquella's mama said came to the house with Kylie, right? If we go back to those first video with Nancy Grace, and when the mom said they came by and they was talking about what they was gonna wear, so that was Winter and Dejanay Jackson. Okay. Came back with Shanquella's luggage from Mexico to her mother's home in Charlotte, North Carolina. They would give their condolences and inform Mrs. Robinson that Shanquella passed away from alcohol poisoning. On November 16th, 2022, one of the travel mates shared video from a cell phone camera around the campus of Winston-Salem University. Wow. The college that Shanquella Robinson attended. The video shows Shanquella being beaten in the villa while naked. Wow. See that? Okay. Wow. While naked by one of the 6 travel mates who was identified by the witness as Dejanay Jackson. All right. Y'all see that? So for all of the people, please keep a note where you just left off at. For all of the people who tried to come and say, how do you know it was Dejanay, right? All right, so here it is. Now I'm gonna drop this here link in for inside of the this thing here, so people could read this too, because it's like 18 pages, and it's I'm not really positive if I'm going to be visually able to read this whole thing here. I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I just got it, and I hadn't read the whole thing. I hadn't read it at all. This is new for me here too. So I mean, just take a moment, and because this is super urgent, I think everyone should have a copy of it. I'm gonna go back and read some more, but I'm just excited because now all that back and forth stuff, here it is right here, right? All put together. So we just needed to be patient, y'all. We needed to be patient. Let me see here. Go. I just go like this. And yeah, this is good. Thanks again, highly favored. This here was awesome. All right, let me go back over here. I don't know if I can see if I can drop that off in the chat. But the other thing I'm going to do is drop it God damn it. Okay, I'm going to drop it in the video description. That's what I'll do. I'm about to put that in the video description right here. Wow. All right. I'm excited. Okay, I just did some stuff there, y'all. Let me get back over here to this here document. There we go. Wow. Wow. That was really good to hear there. I really appreciate hearing that information there. That was something else. All right. Okay. So y'all heard that. Person was identified by a witness as Dejanay Jackson. An autopsy report prepared on October 30th, 2022 in Mexico by medical examiner Dr. Rene Alberto Galvin Oscar. The writing is pretty small too, y'all, and it's in my bifocals. It's noted that Shanquella's body had a head injury and concluded that Shanquella's cause of death was a broken neck. After the video of the beating of Shanquella Robinson surfaced online, the Attorney General's office in Baja California Sur initiated criminal investigation. As a result of the investigation, a warrant was issued for Dejanay Jackson by Mexican law enforcement. Okay, so that part was true, y'all. One of the 6 travel mates who fled to the United States after Shanquella was pronounced dead, Miss Jackson was identified as the perpetrator of femicide against Shanquella Robinson. There that word again, y'all, femicide. This here is coming from the lawyers. Femicide against Shanquella Robinson, a homicide based on gender. Ooh, I gotta sneeze. Please. All right. Anyway, go back. All right. If a United States citizen commits homicide in Mexico and returns back to the United States, as you are aware, they can face criminal charges in the United States under federal law or state law, depending on the circumstances of the crime. Federal charges are brought in cases where the crime involves interstate commerce or federal law enforcement agencies. We know in a transnational case where evidence was possibly transported and persons of interest communicated with each other via cell phone, federal charges could be brought against those responsible for Shanquella's death. All right, so remember earlier when I was saying that it was my prayer that we should pray and hope that we can get justice right here. So pretty much the attorneys are pointing out to the president that we have enough evidence to charge them with something, a crime here in America. All right, so back to the story here. It says, under federal law, the most likely charges that could be brought against someone primarily responsible would be a violation of 18 U.S.C. symbol 1112. I forgot what that symbol means too, which covers manslaughter and involuntary manslaughter. If the individual's actions met the requirements of murder under federal law, they could also be charged with the violation of 18 U.S.C. and the symbol 1111. Federal charges that could be brought against co-conspirators to homicide includes conspiracy to commit murder aiding and abetting, accessory after the fact, and obstruction of justice. And y'all remember back in, I think I want to say December or so, we was throwing out all these terms, y'all. Just proud to say that we was on it. We was right on it, because a lot of these terms here that they put out here, we was saying that in the chat. Somebody said aiding and abetting. We was on it. So we gonna keep going. We gonna keep going because we got it. They didn't put all of this into the right package. So I'm just excited that we about to get behind this and really shoot this letter out there and really put the high pressure diplomatic pressure on it on them, just like she said. Okay, so get back to the story here. All right, as you are also, of course, aware, transnational criminal cases can be complex and challenging to resolve, especially when they involve individuals and entities in different countries. We understand each country has sovereignty over its own citizens, and that each country has its own legal system which can create issues. We also understand there is protocol for the resolution of resolution of transnational crimes. Despite reaching out to consular authorities who are taken with being the family's guide and liaison in cases such as this, we have encountered numerous obstacles in our efforts to receive information for the family or on whether those responsible would ever be brought to justice. While on a fact-finding mission on behalf of the family, Attorney Sue Robinson was advised by a member of the United States Counselor's Corps in Mexico that if the family was seeking information about the case, perhaps the family should reach out to the large travel mate. What? Let me go back. Go back over that little part again. It says, okay, while on a fact-finding mission on behalf of the family's attorney, on behalf of the family, Attorney Sue Robinson was advised by a member of the United States Counselor's Corps in Mexico that if the family was seeking information about the case, perhaps the family should reach out to the at-large travel mates. Okay. Oh, at large. That means they haven't been okay. Oh, so they told the family to go talk to the Cabo Six. What? Certainly, this is an unacceptable response to share with an American family in regards to their daughter's murder. Exactly. Ooh. I had to read that twice to, one of those backhanded compliments there. It says, given the nature and the scope of this case, we believe that diplomatic interventions from the U.S. government could help facilitate the necessary cooperation and coordination between the involved parties to ensure that justice is served timely. That the accused are tried under the appropriate legal system, that extradition is possible, and that international cooperation is fostered. All right, so there's some more tiny writing there. All right, there's some more tiny writing there, and I'm just barely on page 3 here. So I'm just super duper excited that, am I kind of getting close? Let me see here. All right, let me just show this real quick. All right, so it looks like some signatures here. This is very, very urgent, very professional. I'm super excited about this. This is the United States can follow the extradition protocol and turn over individuals responsible for Shanquella's death to Mexican authorities. Alternately, U.S. federal law enforcement agencies can request concurrent jurisdiction with Mexican law enforcement agencies, which would permit U.S. prosecutors to bring the case in the United States as the involved parties are U.S. citizens. We have just witnessed what a swift concurrent response from Mexican and U.S. law enforcement agency looks like in the kidnapping case. Wow. They right on the present moment. They said, we have just witnessed what a swift and concurrent response the Mexican U.S. law enforcement agency looks like in the kidnapping case of a group of U.S. citizens at, I can't even see that, Matamoros, Tamaulipas, Mexico. Both scenarios we are requesting on behalf of Shanquella Robinson family require high-level, swift diplomatic interventions. Break. So then here we go with this nice little fancy signatures down here with the clients. This here is Sue Benjamin L. Crump and Sue Ann Robinson, Esquire. Oh, here's the evidence. They done put the case together for us. Looky. Woo, okay. All right. So I thought it was gonna be more little bitty writing, reading here. But okay, this is cool here. Right. So we saw this here. This here is the signature list here for the people that came there. Look here. So it's 8 names on here. We got Kali Cook, Malik Dreyer, Winter Donovan, Shanquella Robinson, Elise Hyatt, Dejanay Jackson, and Nazir Wiggins. Oh, okay, I see. No one's written on line number 1. So it's really 7. I was like, how is it 8? Okay, so anyway, there's line number 1 is empty. So this is dated 10/28 through the 10/30. I guess that's how they put the loan is going to have it. Let's see, what is this? This is an interview report from homicide unit in San José del Cabo Justice. Okay, so then, all right, so this here must be their police report. No, police interview. Oh, so they interviewed them. Let me see the date on this. Okay, so this here was done November the 19th. Right? So, yeah. This here is after Mexico had already let them go back in October. All right, so keep that in mind here. All right, Oh, snap. All right, so I put this link in the description box. Okay, so this here, the writing is small, but I'm gonna have to get close on this because all right, so let me make sure I'm reading this right here. All right, so this here says, this is the referral number here of San Jose. This was the 11/19/2022 at 2 p.m. All right, it says legal bias article. This is a witness, information about the interviewer. This here is name Santiago Miguel. Who is that? I don't know who that is. That's who's being interviewed, though. Anybody know who Santiago Miguel Mariquin Gonzalez. I never heard that name. Have we heard the name Santiago Miguel Mariquin Gonzalez? It's my first time hearing that name. Does that ring a bell to anybody out there? All right. All right. So then here, this here gives their gender, their age. Let's see here. All right. Okay, it's going to tell us right here. Keep reading. All right. I am the administrator of the villa. Okay, so that's who this is. Santiago Miguel. Oh, y'all, we about to hear from what they had to say. Okay. Santiago Miguel Mariquin Gonzalez. All right. 39-year-old male. This is his interview. All right, this may need a little drink of water here. All right. I wish I could make my font bigger but bear with me, y'all. Here we go. All right. I am the administrator of the Villa Casa Linda, number 32, Colonia La Playa Residential, Puerto Rico, Los Cabos. Oh, Franco Natio Founders Beach Club. Thank goodness. All right. Cali Padre Quino Esquina. Hope this is all in Spanish. Oh, this is in Spanish. I ain't gonna try to read this. Wait. Hold up. Maybe these are just Spanish words. Okay, I see some English. All right, so it's just a whole bunch of Spanish words here. Okay, bear with me, y'all. Okay, here we go. I'm getting back in there. Padre Gideon in San José del Cabo, Baja California, sir, where I have worked for more than a year and a half. Once I observed on my cell phone the video circulated in social media network where two of the guests who had registered in the villa appeared, where one of them dressed in pajamas and shorts and blouse, possible color pink, white with black and light color cap, appears hitting another female person who, let me go back up here real quick. Once I observed the video, social media interview, where one of them. Okay, let me go back here. All right. Person. Oh, wait. Back here. Possible colors: pink, white, black, and a light color cap appear hitting another female person who was naked. There we go again. The one. This was back November 11th, right? November 9th or what is this? November 19th. All right. So November 19th, Shanquella was naked. So all those people that was coming up here talking about she was dressed in clothes. Okay. This is already said. This here's the real report here. Not somebody just, this here's the real report here, right? Find someone who's naked where I'm at. Naked. Female person who was naked. The one who is hitting the other is the person named Dejanay Jackson, whom I identified because I served as a translator on the day of the event when the authorities were in the villa conducting the proceeding. So authorities actually showed up for that? I can't believe it. And let them go? That just make me feel that there definitely was some payola in this. Okay, so that's why the person, where am I at? I served translator on the day of the events when the authorities were in the villa conducting the proceedings. In the video, it can be seen that the headboard is illuminated by the sun's rays, and due to the location of the sun's rays, I can deduce that it is between 7 and 8:30 a.m. since the bedroom 1 and 3 are waterfront. Wow. Okay, so this pretty wordy. Pretty wordy. Why are they putting so many words in this? Okay, I'm gonna read a little bit more. But okay. Wait a minute. All right. So 7 to 8:30. And then we did the videos when we went over the videos. Susie Lucy had did all that research. So here's more validation for that, where we came with the time. Y'all, we really doing some stuff here. We had already come up with the conclusion of this here time of death, right? Between 7 and 8:30 a.m. since the bedroom 1 and 3 are waterfront, and it is easy to deduce the morning schedule since the sunrise on the seaside illuminating those rooms. That is the room number 3, because that is the only one that has a hammock outside of, and the hammock can be seen in the video. Also, after 10 a.m., the sun rays begin to reflect towards the floor of the bedroom, since there are some pergolas on the outside of the room. I can also say that I can also say that in that villa, both the sunrise and sunset are very annoying. For that reason, the owner decided to place wood on the windows to prevent the sun rays from entering. I know this because I am the administrator of the villa, and on many occasions I have been in the rooms at the time of the morning. Finally, I wish to state that the villa was reserved from October 28th to October 31st, 2022. That is all I will state. All right. Then let's see here. Here is another witness. And this here is on the 17th of November. All right. This here is a male, 41, and they are, what is this? Lieutenant in tourism, customer service concierge. All right. Y'all still with me out there? I ain't even see you. Let me come over here real quick and wake up. Let me take this off here. All right. Woo. All right. So I wasn't expecting it to be so long, but I'm super excited that it's out there. And wow. Maybe the maid, I know a lot of y'all was saying we want to hear from the maid. Maybe the maid is in this here, in this thing here, in this thing here. All right, so let me just get a couple of little, where am I at? Hey, Chin Ray says, hey, the Beverly Foster, I ain't seen you in a minute, Chin Ray. Let's see here. Rebecca says hello to everyone too. And Michelle Babino says, hello everyone. Okay, so it's an emoji that cannot be identified over there. Wow. Okay, so let me just go on and get back over here. I'm just dreading it because this writing is so small. And like I said, y'all, 52, these words get smaller. And your eyes get a little thinner. All right, so this here is the second witness. Let me just scroll just to see what I'm in for. Oh my goodness, that's some tiny writing there. I dropped the link in there. Let me see here. All right, I'm just skimming through, scrolling through. All right, let's just keep going. Let me get back on up here. Uh-oh, lose your place. Uh-oh, okay, all right. So is this the one, first one? Good heavens, it's a lot of witnesses. All right, that's the first one there, Santiago. So I did that. Okay, so here we go. We are right here. This one here took place on November the 17th. This is a witness. This witness name is Sunji J. Hessel Papaka Million. Special unit. Wait a minute, I'm missing one. Oh, that's who did the interview. Never mind, we right. I'm right. That's who did the interview here. This here, the name of the interviewer. And oh no, they got the name of the interviewer covered up. This here is information about the interviewer. Okay, from specialized unit for the investigations of miscellaneous crimes and its jurisdiction, criminal justice center. All right, that's who this Sumanji person is up there. All right, this person's name has been blacked out, so it's not revealed here. Only that they are male and 41 years of age. All right, it says here, this is my statement given to investigation agent Sony J. Hassel Papuka Million in reference to the facts that are being investigated today after informing me the reason for my presence and the interview. I have been employed by blank or Cabo Villas in the United States where I work as a concierge in attention and customer service. I provide service assistance with doubts, any service that is needed. What? Let me do this again. See here. United States where I work as concierge in attention and customer service. I provide service assistance with doubts. Service assistance with doubts, any service that is needed for approximately 3.5 years. Service with doubts. I wonder what they mean by that. On October 28th, 2022, I had been informed of the arrival of some guests at the villa Casa Linda 32, which is located in Pedro, Kenya, Puerto Rico, Fonderoris, Puerto Rico, Los Cabos, San Jose del Cabo, and Cali, Pedro, Gillian. This is too much. All right. The day before I was sent the work schedule of the villa that we are. I'm so sorry, y'all. Okay, let me get back onto this here thing. Please, I wish I could make this bigger. Where am I at? October 28th has been informed of the arrival of the guests. All right, at this long Spanish name here. The day before I was sent the work schedule of the villa that we are to take care of as concierge. So I knew that the guests of the Casa Linda Villa would arrive around 3 p.m. on October 28th, 22. The main client was Dejanay Jackson. The main client was Dejanay Jackson. The main client was Dejanay Jackson. So Dejanay Jackson set this up from the beginning. This here says the main client was Dejanay Jackson. Wow. The main client was Dejanay Jackson. Wow. Okay. with phone number, blah, 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 who contacted me around noon by text message to report that her flight had been delayed due to the weather and that she would be telling me her new arrival time, confirming me that it would be at 1719, which was 519. Then she asked me if, after arriving and taking the transportation, she could stop to do some shopping, to which I responded that there is no problem. Then she told me that she would be letting me know the time they were going to arrive. She texted me when they left the shopping center. She arrived at the Casa Linda Villa around 8 p.m. I had arrived at the villa around 15 minutes before, and upon entering, I see a person of slim build, Afro-American, about 1.75 meters tall, about 25 to 30 years old, to whom I introduced myself since he asked me who I was. I told him that I am his concierge and that I will be supporting his vacation in everything he needs. Also, at the villa were chef, blah, 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 is blacked out, and waiter, blah, who are employees of the company, blah, and co-workers. Moments before, when I saw the guests, I was surprised since I wasn't aware that there were guests already at the villa. What? Somebody else had said that there was more people at the villa. So this dude is saying he wasn't aware that, especially since there were guests already at the villa, to which the chef told me that two people, a couple, had arrived at the villa a few hours before. However, I only saw the male guest described above. I prepared my registration sheet, the information I have to provide to the client: guacamole, tortilla chips, margaritas, and I waited for the main client, who arrived almost immediately in Taxacabo transport. They got off with their groceries, bottles of alcohol and tequila, put down their suitcase. Notice how they're using, okay, put down their, okay, hang on, go there. Put down their suitcase, start taking pictures of the villa. They looked excited. In total, 5 people arrived, 3 women, 2 of them African American, and 1 between Afro American and mixed Latina. There's probably talking about Winter, that light skinned girl. Of them, the main one named Dejanay Jackson, who is sturdy build, tall, dark skinned, with a thick voice. She was accompanied by 2 male guests of African American descent, both of slim build. One of them had dreadlocks. I introduced myself to the main guest, Miss Jackson, as her concierge, and welcomed her. I asked her if she would like to see the villa and show her to her room, along with some of her guests of friends, to decide who would stay in the room. We returned to the dining room to sign the documents, which consists of guest registration, insurance, insurance, all right, insurance included in the villa and residential complex rules, and provide a copy of each one of them, registering the following: 1, Khalid Cook, Malik Dreyer, Winter Donovan, Shanquella Robinson, Elise Hyatt, Dejanay Jackson, Nazir Wiggins. It says illegible. Investigation agent Sony Haysero Papaco Million in this act. The main guest stayed in the master bedroom, which is located at the end of the living room. There are 2 rooms at the end of the kitchen is a TV entertainment room, then an access with an open area which connects 3 more rooms. The first room of the left is waterfront, and the other room on the right also waterfront, and the third room, which is double, not waterfront, being this at the end of the garage. Okay. Wow. So this here is pretty interesting that Dejanay Jackson was, the main guest, right? So to me, this shows the planning because, and then they also identified one as a mixed breed Latina, right? So in the beginning, when we was all thinking that, this was a setup, this here kind of puts the pieces together on that being totally true. Totally true. All right, totally true. All right, so we're only halfway through, and it's already been an hour. So I'm going to, I don't know, y'all. How y'all feeling about this? This is a lot. This person still got a little bit more to their testimony. So I'll finish this here witness testimony here, and then I'll check back on y'all, see how y'all doing. All right, so here we go. You see here, at the end of the garage. I went to the room of the main client, Mrs. Jackson, now she's Mrs. Jackson, to mention to her that dinner was ready since 20 hours and that if it needed to be extended, they would be charged an extra hour, which she did not agree to, and sent everyone to dinner since everyone was sitting in her room. Wow. More proof that they were sitting there plotting and planning, right? All right. And they're plotting and planning. Everyone was sitting in her room. Minutes later, they all sit at the table and begin to drink a lot. That is when I met Miss Shanquella, who was the last one to approach the table to celebrate. Wow, noticing in her a strange, illegible attitude. She seemed not to fit in with the others. Wow. She seemed not to fit in with the others. When I introduced myself, she did not greet me or smile. She was indifferent, nothing to do with the atmosphere of celebration. Nothing to do with the atmosphere of celebration. She was out of place at the party. I made sure that they were seated, having dinner, sharing and celebrating. I don't know, y'all. This sounds... Oh, excuse me. Sounds like they captured everything that we saw on the videos, right? When we saw them, hanging out in the room like that and the coldness. This is kind of eerie. Okay, let me go and get back on over here. She was out of place. All right, make sure. Okay, here we go. I made sure that they were seated, having dinner, sharing, and celebrating, and that they had the information for the internet, the audio, the operation of the house. Once everything was ready, I left. All the clients, chef blank with phone number blank and waiter blank with phone number blank, stayed in the place. The next day, at 1350 or 1352, I received a text message from the main guest, Miss Jackson, asking me if I am available and which was the nearest medical service. I greeted her and asked her how I could support her and if she was looking for hospital. She answered yes. I think my friend has alcohol poison and needs emergency service and someone to speak or translate in Spanish for us. I offered to send her a doctor so he could determine if it was necessary to go to the hospital, and I told her that the doctor speaks English. She answers, yes, please. I tell her that it costs $100 for the visit plus the medicine. I ask her if she agrees, and she answers yes as soon as possible. I tell her that I will make the call to request the service, to which she answers, yes, please. Around 2 p.m. on October 29th, I called Dr. Blank, who is our contact for medical attention of our guests and whose telephone number is, all right? So, we don't even know if it's that doctor that they was lying to us saying who this doctor was, because we don't have no names here. Names been blacked out here. And in about 4 minutes, Miss Jackson texted me asking me what I had been told, and I answered her that the doctor is going to contact her to check her friend, and she replies, okay. Attached to the document is a screenshot of the conversation with Miss Jackson and where she asked me for medical help, and the conversation is recorded on the 3-letter size sheets of paper attached here. At 16:25, Blank texted me and told me that told me that the girl has been, what? Sorry, y'all. Let me see here. Where am I at? All right. So at 16:25, Blank texted me and told me that the girl has to be hospitalized because after being evaluated, she has been hospitalized. She has to be hospitalized, and that her friends were finding out if they had insurance. To which I asked if she is in serious condition. And the doctor said no, but that she does need an IV. The doctor said no, but she needs an IV. That is practically unconsciousness, and that's why she had to be hospitalized. Later, the administrator blank with telephone number blank called me to ask if I requested the ambulance for the villa. I told him no. He tells me that security of Puerto Rico Los Cabos is asking him about the request and access of the ambulance to Casa Linda number 32 later called me to tell me that the guest had died and asked me to go there as soon as possible. That he is already on his way to help in whatever he can. I went to Puerto Los Cabos from Cabo San Lucas after having spoken with blank. Upon arriving at the villa, I find a couple of municipal police officers talking to blank in the parking area of the house. And one of the guests, who was of African American descent, regular build, short hair, was coming and going from the house and calling by cell phone a relative or friend in the United States. How'd they know all this? Using a translator. I also saw the main client, Miss Jack. Oh, I wonder who this person was. Wait a minute. Let me go back over. Let me just see this real quick. All right. So let's see here. Let me just go on. I also saw the main client, Miss Jackson, making contact with the male guest and on several occasions entering and leaving the house. During this time, I am waiting for blank to tell me what to do, since he are my concierge team leader. So I enter the house, where I initially observed the guest, relaxed, calm, sitting in the living room area, near the bar and dinner table. My purpose was to look for the main guest, Miss Jackson, and give her my condolences. When I talked to her, I gave her my condolences. She thanked me and told me that they had talked to her friend's mother and mentioned that this was so fast. Wow. To lose her in an instant of having too much alcohol. I asked her if I could give her a hug, to which she said yes. And she gave me a very indifferent hug. This sounds like a setup, like they're trying to set this. This doesn't sound how you get. I mean, you gave me an indifferent hug. I mean, how are you judging? I don't know. Okay, let me just. All right. Okay, let me just go back over here. This just sounds staged. Sounds staged. All right. So okay, here we go. All right. She said, "Off to condolences," and let's see here. Okay, so she gave me a very indifferent hug, very cold. I saw a very sad guest, a skinny girl, and I saw that she was in pain. I left that area and stayed outside the main entrance to give them space to mourn and grieve. Minutes later, I heard laughter. I approached blank, who told me to leave, to go back to my villa in Cabo San Lucas, that he will be in charge of the following up and supporting the clients and the authorities. I said goodbye to the clients and left the Cabo San Lucas later around 21 or 21:30. So around 9 to 9:30 p.m., this person left. The main guest contacted me to request transportation to go to dinner because they had not eaten anything all day due to the situation. So I called with phone number blank, who owns Land's End's transfer, requesting transportation for the clients of the Villa Linda 32 to San Jose to go to dinner because they had not eaten anything. The driver advised of his departure from Villa Linda 32 to San Jose del Cabo to find a restaurant for dinner. At the end of the service, the driver, blank, with phone number blank, reported via audio message on the WhatsApp chat of the Land Ends Transfer group that the service had ended and that he had left the guest at the airport hotel. The next day, called me to tell me that the maid was reporting that there was no one in the villa. Wow. So they just boned out. They skipped out without checking out. That if I had been notified that they were leaving, to which I replied that no, that the day before they had only requested transportation to the center. So later around 11 in the morning, I sent a message to Miss Jackson, offer my support, asking if everything is okay and if there's anything I could do for it, without getting a response until the next day, Monday, October 31st, 22, when she texted me asking if she had to do anything else for checkout. Wow. If she had to sign anything, I could email it to her as they had already left. Wow. After she asked me for the property manager's number, so minutes later, I sent it to her. Days later, I found out that there's a lot of controversy because of the news and the video of the main guest, Miss Dejanay Jackson, hitting her friend Shanquella, the guest who died. When I saw the video in social media, I realized that particularly the main guest, Miss Jackson, had manipulated me. That's what I was thinking. This whole thing is sounding like they are painting the picture to blame shift this on Dejanay. So they're throwing Dejanay under the bus. Dejanay is being thrown under the bus here. All right. The person saying they've been manipulated. See where I'm at. All right. Okay, so the main guest, Miss Jackson, had manipulated me with the information she provided of what happened to leave the country as soon as possible. It should be noted that she put the name of Nazir Wiggins as the last person on the guest list or registry. Wow. Okay. So I think Nazir had also said that too in his video, that somebody signed his name. Somebody signed his name on there that was not his signature. That was not his signature. So what y'all thinking on this here? This sounds like this is the case that they sending to President Biden. Beverly Foster says Biden was present at the summit in Mexico a month ago, and he could have looked into this matter then. That is true. I agree with you. Hey, JP6. JP6 got a picture up there. What's up, JP6? Says, I'm surprised that no one has not tried to deal with Cabo 6. That's true. All right, Aries 1 says, I wish that I had more medical anatomy knowledge. Yes, he said, where is Agent 47 when we need him? All right. All right, Beverly says, yes, they interviewed everybody in Mexico. Yeah. The thing that got me on this was the dates. Okay, but this one here looks like October the 30th. So we gonna get back over here and finish reading on this here document. We coming into for landing, y'all. I wasn't feeling it because I wasn't expecting it to be so long, but here reading almost got through it. All right, so here's the next page here. This is government of the state of Baja California, Sir Attorney General's office, and this is dated October 30th. All right, so this here is shortly after, the next day afterwards. Here it says, oh, this is gonna be hard here. All right, let's see here. License Sony Jezreel Papico Milian, criminal investigation agent assigned to the specialized unit for the investigation and prosecution of miscellaneous offenses by hand. All right. Says the undersigned attorney Renee Alberto Galvin Aussie Gurer expert forensic doctor of Baja California Sur District Attorney's Office, ID number 6327734 and SSA registry 79278, assigned to the Forensic Service Bureau, named to intervene in SIC/3063/2022 page assignment, some more numbers and more numbers. All right, so let's skip through all this there. See, examine of identity of cadaver, determine cause. Okay, so this is the death report here. All right, examine of identity a cadaver, determine cause of death of whom, when alive, was named Robinson Shanquella Bernada, female, approximately 25 years old. Determine approximate time of death. Make a detailed description of the external and internal injuries, as well as the other objectives of the necropsy following internationally accepted protocols. Materials: the surgical table, saw scalpel, thumb forceps, measuring tape, camera. Method: the analytical and deductive medical forensic scientific methodology will be used in this intervention. Techniques use visual Rotaski mixed photographing and video during the procedures. Techniques use mixed photographs and yes, sampling, yes. Description: forensic, legal, or medical examination and necropsy. The cadaver was received packaged in a white plastic bag, duly labeled and preserved with a chain of custody registry brought at 20:30, which is 8:30 hours of autopsy table at the Medical Forensic Service on October 29. What? Okay, the same day of this year, later at 0900, October 30th. Okay, so it got there that night, and then they're doing the examination that morning. We gathered at the autopsy table at the Medical Forensic Service to examine, identify, and perform a necropsy on the cadaver of whom was called in life Robinson Shanquella Bernada. Physical description: age 25 years, sex female, skin color black. Let's see here. Good heavens. Anthropometry, stature 165 centimeters, approximately weight, 65 kilograms, build, regular, hair color, black, tight, curly, size, short, hair, insertion, high face shape, oval size, broad, medium forehead. Oh my goodness. It's a lot. All right. So, let's see here. Round size, medium forehead. This is the total description here. Oval size, small hair insertion, medium eyebrows, tight, scar or scare. What's that? Scarce, tattooed, tight, thick, size, medium, color, dark, proximity, separate, direction, horizontal, eye type, oval shape, medium color, coffee, nose type, broad, size, large, point, round, size, base, broad, nares, large, type. All right. Size, large lips, thick. Okay, so it's given this description here. Shanquella. Make sure I'm not leaving out anything important here. All right, here we go. I just got to read it all. Sorry, y'all. All right, so size, large, thick lips, corners, horizontal, denture, complete dental work, malinformation, no eye, ear type, oval size, small lobes, unattached. Let's see here. All right, description of special pre-culinary. I can't see that. What that is. Scars, no. Tattoos, yes. In right anatomic snuff box, a heart-shaped figure. So it's given description of some tattoos here. Description of post-mortem signs. Post-mortem. Lividity, yes. Located at post-mortem regions. Disappear when pressed, yes. Rigor mortis, yes. Located at reducible cardiac spasms. No dehydration. No dehydration. No dehydration. Right? Y'all see that? No dehydration. So they said there, part of those lies, that she was dehydrated and needed an IV. Right? So according to this forensic death report, no dehydration. All right? Let me see here. Where am I at? No dehydration. Oh, holy smokes. This writing is so tiny. All right, where am I at? All right, tattoo. No dehydration. All right. Wait a minute. That goes, I read it wrong. Let me go back. All right, so it says disappears when pressed. Yes. All right, rigor mortis. Yes. Located at reducible cadaver spasms. No. Dehydration. Yes. Okay, my bad. Let's see. Corneas with black spots. No. Lower body temperature. Yes. 20 degrees centigrade. All right, so I'm thinking this says yes for dehydration. Dehydration. Yes. Okay. Transformational signs says putrefaction, no. Discoloration, period, no. Emphysematosis, no. Oh my goodness. Let's see here. That's so tiny. Colocutive, no. Skeletal reduction, no. All right, this is too much. I can't go on. Let's see, where am I at? All right, so more descriptions here. Let's see here. All right, description of external injuries. Direct contusion in the frontal region of the median part of 8 by 4 centimeters with hematoma. direct contusion to the left iliac crescent with a hematoma 7 by 3 centimeters. The injury happened more than 12 hours before death. Contusion in the right iliac crest with a hematoma 4 by 8. The injury happened more than 12 hours before death. Contusion of the left hand anatomic snuff box with the 2 centimeter hematoma in the left big toe. What? 1 centimeter skin excoriation. Anterior thoracic and xiphoid shows signs of defibrillation burns. What? This feels like some plants too, y'all. I don't know. So they're saying that this shows some signs of defibrillation burns. Okay, where am I at? All right. So some signs of defibrillation burns. And how did they get all of this when they said it was a death certificate and John Q had broke down all the difference that goes into an autopsy and just the little death certificate? I'm suspicious, especially since it's coming from Mexico. All right, so let me just go on back over here. All right, so they're putting these 12 hours before death. All right, so All right, so let me see here. Anterior thoracic and xiphoid shows signs of defibrillator burns. So that's this area here where we would do the CPR at. Anterior thorax and xiphoid shows. But that's not even the proper pad placement. Okay, let me go back over here. Signs of defibrillator burns in 6 by 5 centimeter area. And this is the only one with postmortem characteristics. Oh, okay, there we go. So it says here, this is signs of postmortem characteristics, meaning that they did all this and the person was already gone. Postmortem, these burns from the defibrillator. I'm going to read that one more time because that was a little bit, that was a challenge right there to kind of break that down. Okay, we go back over here real quick. It says, anterior thoracic and xiphoid shows signs of defibrillator burns in a 6 by 5 centimeter area. And this is the only one with post-mortem characteristics. Right? So the other injuries they're seeing happen before the death. This here, they're saying is post-mortem characteristics. All right, this says the right eyeball has sclerotic internal hemorrhage zone of 0.5 centimeters. Sampling, yes. Cavities, vaginal, anal, nail scrapings, other blood samples for studies packed and given to the forensic chemical lab through chain of custody. External examination of the cadaver. Clothing, tank top black, jockey brand size L. purple shorts without size, Love University brand, no underwear without shoes. Y'all, I mean, how many times did guys tell us that the person was naked and then go back with these clothes and stuff? I mean, now the reason why I'm like, feeling suspicious again, this is coming from Mexico, and Mexico is trying to set the stage, to set the scene, so it looks like the Cabo Six did all this stuff. I don't know, y'all. All right. So we only got a few more pages. I'm just gonna finish it just to say that we did. However, this I don't know. Okay, here we go. Let me just finish on up here. so it's like a bologna sandwich here. All right. So where am I at? All right. So description of external injuries. They naming all these clothes, right? All right. I don't know. This is all that part of the autopsy. Okay. All right. So I didn't got all that clothes. Okay. See, anterior thorax and xiphoid show signs of defibrillator burns in 6.6 by 5 centimeter area. And this is the only, they said this again, only one with post-mortem characteristic. These injuries can be seen before taking the clothes off. All right, so we all know that they're not doing CPR with clothes on. You don't do the CPR with clothes on. They would cut the clothes off. So all this information here, as far as like the burns. So then, how did would they dress the body after they did the CPR? Didn't they put the clothes back on? This is, come on now. Come on now. All right, let me just these injuries can be seen before taking the clothes off. When did the clothes get put on? How are we back to this whole confusion stuff? Come on, y'all. Keep in mind, this came from Mexico. This is Mexico full of caca. All right, so let me finish on up here, y'all. All right, so government of the state of Baja California, Sir Attorney General's office. And how is the Attorney General office the author of an autopsy? How is the Attorney General office the author of this autopsy report? All right. Internal examination, opening of cavities. The cavities were opened with the mixed technique, and this was found. Head. The frontal region of the scalp and muscles show a 12 centimeter hematoma. Skull, no info. Cranial activity, no info. Brain weight, 1,200 grams. Brain matter, edematous, slightly congestive. Cortex, no relative information. Central nervous system, ventricles, edematous. Hemorrhage, cerebellum, edematous. Brainstem, edematous. Medulla oblongata, normal. Neck. The left lateral neck shows a 7 by 2 centimeter infiltrate with atlas and medullary dislocation, thorax, lung, congestive basal edematous hemorrhage, cardiovascular system, heart, no info, pericardium, no info, abdomen, no info, digestive system, no info, esophagus, no info, stomach, no alterations, liver size normal, color red, gallbladder size 10 centimeters, consistency normal, color. All right, so this more of the body stuff there. We can say based on the aforesaid and the findings that the cause of death of whom in life was called Robinson Shanquella Bernarda, number 1 was atlas and medullary dislocation, type of manner of death violent, pre-existing pathology unknown, time of death between 17 to 20 hours when the necropsy was performed. Signs of survival, yes. The cadaver shows signs of torture, no. Determination if the injuries are post-mortem, no. We found defibrillator injuries consistent with resuscitation efforts. This injury is in the xiphoid appendix. End of necropsy, 1100 hours. The cadaver was identified, yes. All right, so more certification there. All right, that's it. Thank goodness. Okay, I did it. All right. Y'all can see I just definitely did not want to read all 18 pages of that. However, we got through it. I'm not sure. I don't trust the part that Mexico put off up in there. Some of it seems like it appears to have some bones in there or some leading information to lead on, how are we going to see this? But anyway, I did drop this whole document in the chat and also in the description of this here video. What are y'all thoughts? What's up, Kelvin? Kelvin says, good evening to the people. I know I'm so far behind on here. I'm going to hit a few of these and then I'm going to turn in. I will come back on Friday. I'm off Friday too. And I don't know. I'm meditating on all of that stuff. I don't really have a lot of trust in Mexico. I don't. However, this is very, I'm proud that that the attorneys are putting this out there, and however, what all we can do to help, get this out there. What's up, Miss B? Miss B says, and yes, all natural. The wording of the is a bit confusing and needs to be thoroughly examined for optimum understanding. And I always love your purple lipstick. Beautiful, RN. Thank you so much. Yeah, so it's definitely something that needs to, go over again line by line to highlight so we can point out the parts that's, suspicious. Like y'all saw how I just kind of stop in between the stuff to say, wait a minute, some of this is, yeah. So thank you, Miss B. I appreciate you for validating me. What's up, Tamika? Tamika setup. Yeah, it sounds like a setup, right? I mean, all this stuff they totally point this whole picture at Dejanay. Sounds to me like Mexico is throwing Dejanay under the bus, and that's why, they're just really highlighting, all this stuff in these interviews from way back then, supposedly, to really be like, see, our hands was free. This here was the main person, they knew what they was doing here, and that's how they was getting down. That's how they was getting down. What is this here? A new name. Fly, my angel, says, They was plotting and making up stories what to say, gathering their stories together. That is why they called hours later. The autopsy states she died, yes, at 7:30 or 8 a.m. Good point. Good point, good point, good point, good point. All right. What's up, Aries ones? TU and Beverly. Some other stuff there. See. What's up, Ernie? Ernie says, let those devils turn on each other. Yes, I agree with you. I agree with you. Okay. T Max says, I'm back, chat. I printed this 18-page letter from the link, my home office. The witness statements are profound. Yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you. Yeah. And thanks y'all too for, bearing with me while we read through those 18 pages of information there. Excuse me. All right. Karen Jordan says, hi, RN mods and chats. I'm late, but hit the like button on the way in. Excuse me. Let me mute this real quick. All right. That was a good one there. All right. So, what's up, Karen? And Ernie, did I get this one? It says, Ernie says, you're right, Sister Foster. I heard that report on the news this morning. Yeah, I'm just grateful that the news is actually reporting on all this good stuff too. And like I said, I'm gonna come back on Friday, and hopefully by that time I would have had some time to look at a few things and maybe get a little bit more information. And again, I take this time to thank everyone who's been sending me information. Thanks again, highly favored, for this here nugget of information. Linda Best says Mexico made sure okay. Mexico made sure they didn't interview the maid or didn't release the maid and the doctor's statement. I will wait on the FBI report. I agree with you on that. I'm suspicious on this report too. I feel like there are some bones up in it. It sounds like bones in it because it's like too much information. Too much information. It just seems too much like they're trying to set the stage to paint the picture, right? Painting the picture to, painting the picture. Painting the picture, especially about those clothes. Because they should have been suspicious that the body had clothes on it if they could see defibrillator burns underneath. Who is doing CPR with clothes on? The clothes would have been off. That shirt would have been cut off. There's no way that they were doing CPR with the clothes on. So this document just further shows the lie. That's a lie. How did they do the CPR underneath a t-shirt? How? Did they put the clothes on after they performed the CPR? I mean, like, come on. Here's more of this taking us for fools. Mexico got all kind of bones in these stories here. The same way, how you gonna say some subjective? She gave me a a hug, but it felt cold and harsh. It was like, there was laughter. I was like, that's not what goes off into statements. What kind of a statement is that? It just sounds suspicious to me, y'all. Sounds suspicious. Ms. B says the documents are confusing to me. I have to reread these documents on the link that you shared with us. Yes, y'all, please, read through it too and see, so I don't want to feel like I'm the only one that's feeling suspicious about it, but I'm like, that doesn't even sound, it sounds wrong. How did they do CPR? They describe the burns like they're trying to show that care was rendered, but in the process of trying to get us to believe that, they, got the burn marks from doing the CPR, right? Got the burn marks from that, doing the CPR, and that they could see under the clothes. Well, if they did the CPR and got the burn marks, how did the clothes get put back on? If you placed the pads on the chest, this t-shirt would have been cut off. There's no way. How did they do it? Right? That just, no. Yeah, so thank you. And anybody else out there who's gonna, read through that too. Yeah, so we can come together and, start spitting out these bones and stuff too. Some of this stuff is not all together right. All right, so that's all I'm gonna do for y'all tonight. I wasn't expecting it to be, this long. I had some videos too I was gonna show. I want to talk a little bit about that sweetie pie guy, but it's already going on 2 hours. And yeah. And I'm still looking at my clock that I have to change. So it's not 9:45, it's actually 10:45. And I just want to thank y'all. If you haven't already, like and subscribe, and then tune in and come back on Friday and put some more pieces together and stuff too. And if you guys want to send some more material to me, you can email it to me at allaroundnaturalbeauty@gmail.com. And we can go from there. So thank y'all again. And look at here. Is that Ty Libra? What's up, Ty Libra? Ty Libra says, I pray that this action will get justice for Shanquella. Yes. All right. There we go. It's old school people back up in the house. All right. All right. Let's see here. Ty Libra said, I commend that all around Natural Beauty RN Live for staying 10 toes down for Shanquella. Thank you. All right. I appreciate that. Like, had our little moments where I'm saying we, but I was weeping on, being weary and well doing. So it's been a challenge, but we have been supporting each other, and y'all have just been supporting me too and encouraging me and all that good stuff. So I'm just proud. And thank you too for acknowledging that. I really appreciate. Look at, we got some more old school people up in here. I appreciate y'all. Look at y'all coming out here. All right, just Paul says hello. All right, look at y'all. I love y'all. Thank y'all so much. And see y'all on Friday, and we'll have some more fun stuff too, because I'm sure that some of our old videos contradict some of this stuff here too. But we want to support this here because this is going out to President Biden, and just like Sue said, we want to get some high-level diplomatic pressure put down on the people. All right. Good night to everyone from Beverly Foster, and I love y'all, and we'll see y'all on Friday in another video. Peace and love. And I know what I want to do too. I'll talk about it on Friday, but I love y'all. See y'all then. Peace.